Our awardee as Outstanding Chief Justice, the Honorable Alexander G. Gesmundo, Chief Justice, Supreme Court of the Philippines.
Sino pa nga ba, bayang Pilipinas, pagkaganda, magmamahal.
To our Chief Public Attorney, Dr. Persida V.Rueda-Acosta, the officials of the Public Attorney's Office, the 2,500 public attorneys with us today from all corners of the country, distinguished guests, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a distinct pleasure to join you here today as guest of honor as you open the 7th MCLE Accredited National Convention of Public Attorneys. I am doubly honored to be here to receive the Outstanding Chief Justice Award from our esteemed public attorneys on this occasion. Allow me to extend my gratitude to the P.A.O Program on Awards and Incentives for Service Excellence Praise Committee for recommending this award, and for the rest of the office for bestowing it on me. Maraming salamat po. This award holds even more special meaning for me because it comes from the women and men of P.A.O, who are, after all, fellow lawyers who know what it means and what it takes to practice our profession in public service. At the same time, however, I take this award not as a testament to my own personal achievements, but as a recognition of the efforts that I, with the help of my colleagues in the court, have taken to bring much-needed reforms in the judiciary. Over a year ago, I took my oath as Chief Justice amid the strictest quarantine classification because of COVID-19. The pandemic only magnified and exacerbated the long-standing problems that have plagued the judiciary, problems that I know the public attorneys or P.A.O have all experienced firsthand. Now, even as we hopefully near the end of the pandemic, the court continues to confront these problems head-on, armed with even deeper resolve to ensure that justice is not only accessible but also speedy and inexpensive. As I receive this award, I assure the P.A.O that the court remains firm in supporting your mission to provide our fellow Filipinos in need, especially the indigent, the oppressed, the marginalized, the underprivileged, free access to our courts. We will work even harder and do what we can to truly bring to life the Constitution's promise that no Filipino shall be denied free access to the courts and adequate legal assistance just because of poverty. This is also why I have nothing but the deepest admiration for all of you who have chosen to dedicate yourselves to the delivery of public service and to the fulfillment of this promise. The work that you do underscores the very premise that allows a judicial system to exist and thrive. The disputes will not be decided by wealth or by power, but will be settled without fear or favor, by truth, that no matter where we come from or how much money we have in our pockets, we remain equal in the eyes of the law. While this is the ideal that we hold on to, and one we share with all other democratic nations around the world, we know how different it often is in practice. Perhaps more than most of your peers, your eyes are open to the realities both in our courts and our communities. I am sure you're often on the receiving end of complaints from the public about our judicial system, that the poor cannot afford to even attempt to have their day in court, that the system has always been slow in delivering justice anyway, and that if it does act, it will only favor the well-off and the well-connected. The court is well aware of our fellow Filipinos' long-simmering dissatisfaction with our justice system, and we have been working towards not just correcting these perceptions, but addressing the underlying causes behind them. And in this endeavor, public attorneys such as yourselves play a very important role. P.A.O has indeed played a critical role in ensuring the speedy disposition of cases, especially of persons deprived with liberty. Persons for whom the phrase "justice delayed is just denied," often regarded as tried and tired, instead comes with deep and lasting consequences. In updating myself on the accomplishments of the P.A.O over the past year, I found that our public attorneys were able to serve over 9 million clients and handle over 787,000 cases, including 76,364 persons deprived of liberty who were released from detention in 2021 alone. I know this work gained even greater urgency given the health and safety risks that they faced in detention amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Beyond this, the efficiency of such processes will be crucial in regaining the confidence of our people in our legal system. I must also say that the lawyers of P.A.O have done excellent work in handling appealed cases. I understand that you were able to secure favorable dispositions in 1,702 appealed cases in just last year, with your favorable total disposition rate exceeding your targets despite the hindrances of lockdowns and quarantines. I hope that our move to allow fully remote video conferencing, especially at the height of the pandemic, has been helpful in achieving these targets. As I have mentioned in other engagement before, the court will continue to allow the conduct all court proceedings through video conferencing, even after the pandemic ends. The SC Committee on Virtual Hearings and Electronic Testimony, chaired by Justice Midas Marquez, is already working on these rules. As you may also have heard, the court has been pushing for the use of technology in dispensing justice as part of our efforts to reform the judiciary. Just this year, the court approved the Strategic Plan for Judicial Innovations 2022 to 2027, or the SPJI, which weaves together the many different ideas, aspirations, plans, and proposals of the court and bank for the pursuit of one overarching goal: the delivery of justice real-time. The SPJI is a plan powered by an innovation agenda to review and assess the organizational structure and operations of the various offices of the judiciary, and to develop and establish an information and communications technology infrastructure for the judiciary. It is anchored on 4 guiding principles: timely and fair justice, transparent and accountable justice, equal and inclusive justice, and technologically adaptive management, and aim at 3 outcomes: efficiency, innovation, and access. Aside from the reforms of efficiency and innovation that will hopefully help our public attorneys better do their work as they engage various levels of judiciary, a key focus under the outcome of access is strengthening legal aid initiatives and enhancing public access to information and legal services by leveraging new tools and technology, both of which are trained towards the same aspirations that power P.A.O. Thus, we hope that the Court can count on your support as we push for these reforms. After all, we are one in our mission to ensure that all Filipinos from all walks of life can count on justice being delivered in real time, and in doing so, cultivate a deeper, wider, and more meaningful adherence to the rule of law in our country. I understand that despite the difficulties and constraints in resources, P.A.O. continues to strive towards the 1-to-1 ratio of public attorneys to courts prescribed by the P.A.O. law. We hope you will not plug in your efforts, and we count on you to ensure that sooner rather than later, every trial court across the country will have a P.A.O. attorney assigned. I also reiterate my call to all fellow lawyers: push for both the adoption of these reforms across the judiciary and the legal community, and the adaptation of your peers, colleagues, and even clients to the innovations and technological advances. I know P.A.O. has also endeavored to adapt to the new normal. For instance, by strengthening client communications through the help of mobile phones, and by widening its reach through social media and other online platforms. These reforms will allow us to do the same on a much wider scale. As you settle down to listen and learn over the next few days for your MCLE, I hope you will also take time to explore how you, as public attorneys, can harness technology for the benefit of the people we serve. I hope you will look into investing in the skills and resources we need to ensure that the delivery of justice keeps up with the pace of advancement in a fast-changing world. In closing, allow me to extend my gratitude to Dr. Persida-Acosta and to the women and men of P.A.O. for the good work you are doing in service of those most in need. In dialogues with fellow lawyers and with those hoping to enter the profession, I always emphasize that lawyering is service. It is a service to those in need of justice. It is a service to those in search of truth. While lawyering will not leave us destitute, financial remuneration is not its end. Its ultimate goal has always been and will always be public service and the administration of justice. The law is an instrument for peace, order, unity, and equality. It is the last breath of hope for the poor, the last place of respite for the oppressed, and the last ounce of strength for the injured. You represent the very best of this profession of ours, and with the help of this convention, you may continue to do so with greater result, with stronger determination, and with deeper love for your fellow Filipino. Again, I thank you all for the honor you bestow on me today, and I wish you all a truly edifying and inspiring National Convention. Muli, maraming salamat at mabuhay kayong lahat.
Hanggang wakas ay sama-sama. Pilipinas, Pilipinas, isulong magandang bukas. Kahirapan